Hi everyone, welcome to another video here on She's Fit. You follow the plan perfectly. You count calories, you exercise, you avoid forbidden foods, but the scale won't budge, or worse, you gain it all back right after? This is not your fault. It's time to stop blindly following diet advice that only sabotages your metabolism and your hormonal health. In this 35-minute video, I am going to reveal 7 crucial mistakes that are undermining your results, mistakes that most gurus simply don't understand or don't want you to know. Before we dive in, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, turn on the little bell so you don't miss any new videos, and drop a sweet like. It helps me immensely to keep bringing you incredible content. Trust me, here at She's Fit, you will discover how to transform your body in the best way possible. So, let's get started. Before we start, I need to share something that has made all the difference for me. You know those days when you try hard but feel like your body just isn't responding the way it should? Well, I found out that sleep has way more impact on weight loss than I ever imagined. That's when I discovered Sleep Lean, a natural supplement specially designed to help women burn fat while they sleep. Yes, while they sleep. It's not a miracle, of course, but when combined with good nutrition and the right habits, the results are amazing. I personally felt my body lighter, my belly less bloated, and a different kind of energy just within the first few weeks. I'll leave the link here in the description so you can check all the details after the video. Trust me, it was a game changer for me. Now, let's get back to the video content. We start by understanding the crucial difference between losing weight and losing fat. When you subject yourself to those crash diets or extreme calorie restrictions that promise 10 pounds in a week, what you actually lose is mainly water and, most destructively, lean muscle mass. That rapid loss of water and muscle looks like success on the scale, but in the long term, it destroys your basal metabolic rate, the number of calories your body burns just to stay alive. By cutting muscle, you slow down your calorie-burning engine. That's why, when you go back to eating normally, your body enters a state of metabolic alert, a true survival mode, and refuses to let go of fat, quickly accumulating it as a form of protection. The big, silent mistake number 1 is the obsession with rapid loss. The social pressure to see immediate results leads us to drastic and unsustainable restrictions. The female body is biologically different. It's complex and runs on delicate hormonal cycles involving estrogen, progesterone, and, crucially, cortisol. Very rapid weight loss is not viewed by your body as success, but rather as a threat of starvation or major stress. This threat triggers the HPA axis, raising cortisol levels, the chronic stress hormone. Elevated cortisol, in turn, signals the body to retain fat, specifically visceral fat, the most dangerous kind that accumulates in the abdominal area as an ancestral defense mechanism against crisis. For your body, it's better to hold onto that extra fat to survive a future period of scarcity. So, chasing a quick number on the scale is a trap that literally makes it harder to lose fat in the long run. The secret to lasting weight loss is not to go faster or cut more, but to be more consistent, more gentle with your metabolic system, and to focus on strategies that protect and build your precious muscle mass. Many women, in their quest to cut calories, focus so much on cutting carbs and even fats that they end up neglecting the most vital macronutrient for metabolic health and body composition: protein. Mistake number 2 is chronic and insufficient protein intake. Protein isn't just for bodybuilders. It's the key to optimizing your metabolism. It is, by far, the most thermogenic nutrient, meaning your body spends significantly more calories breaking down and absorbing protein than it does fats or carbs. By eating protein, you are literally speeding up your metabolism. Most importantly, protein is the essential building block for building and, crucially, maintaining lean muscle mass. If your daily protein intake is too low, you are losing your body's main calorie-burning engine. If you're not getting at least 20 to 30 grams of high-quality protein with every main meal, you are missing the opportunity to keep your metabolism elevated and maximize satiety. Chronically low-protein diets deregulate hunger hormones, leading to uncontrollable hunger spikes and intense cravings for high-calorie foods, which pushes us to the next mistake. Mistake number 3 is the irrational and sabotaging fear of healthy fats. For decades, the dogma that fat makes you fat dominated low-fat diet culture, but this approach is deeply flawed and especially detrimental to women. Dietary fat, particularly monounsaturated sources like avocado and olive oil and essential omega-3 fatty acids, is more than just energy. It's fundamental for the absorption of all fat-soluble vitamins A, D, E, and K. But the most vital point for the female audience is this: fat is the chemical and structural precursor to all your steroid hormones, estrogen, progesterone, and testosterone in its female form. Drastically cutting fat from your diet is a form of hormonal sabotage. It can lead to a cascade of issues like irregular menstrual cycles, amenorrhea, absence of cycle, intense PMS, low libido, and ironically, a stubborn difficulty in losing weight as the body desperately tries to conserve energy in a state of hormonal imbalance. The secret is to choose the quality of the fat and incorporate it into meals to feel full and actively support your hormonal health. We arrive at the point where diet meets your routine, your lifestyle habits. They have the power to sabotage the most rigorous and perfect eating plan you might follow. Mistake number 4 is unmanaged chronic stress. Stress, in its multiple forms, mental worry, emotional difficult relationships, or even physical excessive exercise without recovery, triggers the constant release of the hormone cortisol. An occasional cortisol spike is vital, as it helps us react to danger or challenges. The real problem occurs when it stays elevated for weeks or months on end. This state of chronic stress floods your system, forcing your body to become insulin resistant. Insulin resistance is what leads the body to enter the dreaded fat storage mode, prioritizing the accumulation of fat, yes, you guessed it, in the abdominal area, visceral fat, which is metabolically active and inflammatory. No diet guru will tell you that your obsessive calorie counting doesn't matter if you are constantly battling anxiety and lack the tools for decompression. The body will always prioritize survival stress over weight loss aesthetics. And this leads us directly to the biggest nighttime saboteur. Mistake 5 is the chronic sacrifice of sleep in the name of productivity or late nights. Sleep is not an optional luxury. It is the most powerful metabolic recovery and optimization tool you possess. Chronic sleep deprivation, or even just one bad night, has a disastrous effect on your hormonal appetite regulation. It deregulates 2 key hormones: leptin, the hormone that tells your brain, "You're full, stop eating," and ghrelin, the hormone that says, "You're hungry, go eat." When you sleep less than 7-8 hours, your body, in an effort to get quick energy to compensate for the deprivation, produces more ghrelin, increasing your hunger, and less leptin, decreasing your satiety. The result? An intense and almost uncontrollable craving the next day, specifically for high-calorie foods like simple carbs and sweets. If you're not sleeping well, you're fighting a losing battle against your own hormones. Prioritizing sleep is actually a high-impact weight loss strategy. Believe it or not, the way you move can be one of the biggest silent saboteurs of your weight loss journey, especially when done incorrectly or excessively. Mistake number 6 is excessive steady-state cardio, long duration, that slow, constant pace on the treadmill, elliptical, or bike, done for hours on end. Many women remain stuck in the mindset that the longer they sweat, the more fat they'll burn. The problem with chronic, prolonged cardio, especially when you are already in a calorie deficit or stressed, remember cortisol, is that it acts as an additional stressor on the body. Continuous and exhausting effort can raise cortisol levels, our old hormonal enemy, leading the body into a catabolic state. This means that instead of just burning fat, your body starts breaking down what you need most to keep your metabolism high. Lean muscle mass. Losing muscle is the direct opposite of what we want to speed up Beamer. Instead of punishing yourself with hours of exhausting cardio, the focus should shift to two forms of exercise that are metabolically more efficient: strength training and high-intensity interval training workouts. Strength training, whether with free weights, machines, or body weight, is crucial. It builds muscle tissue, and every ounce of muscle you gain acts like a small furnace, literally increasing the amount of calories you burn at rest. What matters is not just what you burn during the exercise, but what you burn after. That's where height and strength training shine, thanks to the afterburn effect (EPOC). Furthermore, height offers maximum fat burning in a much shorter period of time, without the excessive wear and tear that overloads the adrenal glands and deregulates cortisol. The message is clear: your body needs smart, constructive stimulation that protects your metabolism and hormones, not punishment or prolonged exhaustion. We've reached the last mistake, but perhaps the most insidious, as it resides not on your plate or at your gym, but in your mindset. Mistake number 7 is all or nothing thinking. This is the vicious cycle that traps most women. Either you are 100% on the regimen, following every rule perfectly, or you throw in the towel, are 100% off, entering a period of excess and guilt. This cycle not only destroys your relationship with food, turning eating into a source of stress and judgment, but it is the biggest predictable factor in long-term weight regain. Perfection is an unsustainable illusion. A single slip-up, a slice of cake, a planned for-off meal on Wednesday does not negate all your progress. However, the all-or-nothing thinking makes you believe that since you messed up, you might as well mess everything up until next Monday. The key to lasting success and a healthy metabolism is not perfection, but rather adaptability, resilience, and imperfect consistency. Weight loss is not a sprint. It's a marathon full of obstacles and detours. The solution lies in adopting micro-habits, small, initially almost insignificant changes that are sustainable and that you can keep up forever. Instead of committing to a restrictive, shock diet for 30 days that will inevitably fail, think about drinking a glass of water before every meal improves satiety and digestion. Ensuring your protein quota first thing at breakfast activates metabolism and controls hunger for the day. Taking a small 10-minute walk after dinner improves insulin sensitivity and digestion. It's the sum of these small, yet consistent, acts of self-care that translates into large and permanent metabolic results. Stop chasing perfection and start chasing daily improvement. That's how you reprogram your body and mind for lasting success. Now that we have unveiled the 7 saboteurs that no guru mentions, from the obsession with rapid loss to the vicious all-or-nothing cycle, the final challenge is to change your approach by 180 degrees. The goal is no longer to fight your body, but rather to stop punishing it and start working smartly with it. Your female body is an incredibly complex and intelligent feedback system. It is not your enemy. The outdated approach of eat less and exercise more fails because it ignores biochemistry and hormones. You need to become a detective of your own body signals. Start tuning in and listening to the subtle messages your body sends. The signs of stress, cortisol; the real signs of hunger and satiety, ghrelin and leptin. Lasting, healthy weight loss that truly transforms your body composition is not a temporary 8-week plan. It is the consistent creation of a hormonally healthy lifestyle. Starting today, your priorities should be smart nutrition. Protect your metabolism by prioritizing robust protein intake and strategically incorporating healthy fats for hormonal balance. Stress management. Implement daily routines for decompression, recognizing that stress is just as much of a saboteur as excess sugar. Sleep optimization. Make sleep a non-negotiable priority, as it is the engine for hormonal repair and appetite control. Strategic movement. Swap the punishment of excessive cardio for strength training to build the muscle that accelerates your metabolism. Stop comparing yourself to generic diet models that ignore the complexity of female health, your age, and your metabolic history. True food freedom, restored energy, and the body you desire do not come from radical cuts, but from nourishing, supporting, and honoring your system. That is the path to a result that is not temporary, but for the rest of your life. These 7 mistakes prove that the path to the body you desire isn't in the latest fad diet, but in understanding female biology. You aren't failing at the diet. The diet is failing you. It's time to stop cutting, restricting, and punishing. Start today by nourishing your body, honoring your sleep, and building strength. Real transformation happens when you shift the focus from weight loss to metabolic and hormonal health. And don't forget the tip I gave you at the beginning. If you need to lose weight, click the link in the video description and purchase Sleep Lean now. It might be the missing piece in your journey. If you enjoyed this video, give it a like, subscribe here to She's Fit, and share this video to help the channel. Also, leave a comment below with the kind of content you want to see to help with your weight loss.